We've got our favorite movie reviewer, Jackson Murphy, with us. Jackson, you were actually in a physical theater?
I was in a physical theater on Sunday in the state of New York for the first time in 14 months, and it was great.
Oh, good. Did you have anybody sitting next to you?
I had family members. It was Mother's Day. I took Mother
Okay.
to see In the Heights, and she had a great time with it. I can't talk about my thoughts on the movie yet, but I will say it was great to see a movie on a big screen again, and a big musical like that, which is coming out June 11th. But everybody was socially distant in the theater, but it was a sold out showing with capacity restrictions. So I think people are excited and ready to go back to the movies.
All right, Jackson, I got to ask, do you have butter on your popcorn?
Sometimes, every once in a while, not all the time, but yeah.
I'm not a butter guy. I stay away
No?
from the butter. No. It's good without it. It's good without it.
Okay,
It gets
interesting.
too messy otherwise.
Yeah, things can get, when you have a lot and you try to pay attention to the movie too. Yeah, it can be a lot.
Okay. Well, it's good that the theaters are back open. Now we've got 3 different movies you're going to review for us. The first one is actually on Netflix, right?
Right. This one at home was going to be in theaters, and then Netflix picked it up from Fox. This is The Woman in the Window, new thriller with Amy Adams. She plays a therapist who has been in her New York City house for the last 10 months. She has not left. We find out why a little later on. She is obsessed with watching her new neighbors from her window, and that gets her into a little bit of trouble as the film goes on. The first 2/3 are pretty good. Adams gives her best performance since American Hustle. Brian Tyree Henry is also very good. Adams has some excellent scenes with Julianne Moore, and then delivers a great speech that ends the second act. And the entire third act, though, Randy, it's a disaster. It's really not good. This film goes off the rails. It's confusing and unclear. And there were test screenings done of this movie a couple years ago when audiences were like, I don't understand what's going on. And things are still unclear, even after all the changes that they made. So a decent 2/3, a terrible final act. That is The Woman in the Window on Netflix.
Okay. Well, now we've got another one that's in theaters with 2 of my favorites, Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes, they're in a Saw spinoff movie. Can you believe that? Yeah, it's called Spiral. This is in theaters. Chris Rock plays a detective for the Metro PD, and he's got to try to figure out who the cop killer is. And maybe is this cop killer inspired by John Kramer, the Saw mastermind? If you know the Saw franchise, you've seen the other movies, they are gruesome. This one is just as gruesome. There are some really disgusting scenes, so you will not be disappointed in that sense. I'm disappointed by this. Yeah, I'm disappointed by the story. It's kind of weak and been there, done that. A lot of the scenes early on are dull. The mystery is a little intriguing as the film goes on, but I wanted there to be a lot more when it comes to this film. It's brief. It's only 90 minutes. Sam Jackson, unfortunately, not in it a lot, Randy, but he's in a bunch of other movies coming out this summer, so you'll get plenty of Sam Jackson.
Okay. And then we've got a movie that's in theaters and at home. What do you got?
Right, in theaters and on HBO Max with Angelina Jolie, one of the biggest movie stars. Those Who Wish Me Dead. She plays a smoke jumper and firefighter who's got to help a young boy who's on the run. He's got some really bad guys after him, and they all have to deal with the flames. They're in the Montana wilderness. This is directed by Taylor Sheridan, the mastermind behind Yellowstone with Kevin Costner. Also did Sicario, Hell or High Water, and a film I love called Wind River. This movie's a bit of a departure. It starts out a little slow out of the gate and a little messy. The strengths are the performances. Angelina Jolie and Finn Little, who plays the young boy, are very good together. There are some nice intense moments, especially as the film goes on, and the visuals, how they do the fire, and there's a lightning storm sequence midway through that's just a wow. So Those Who Wish Me Dead overall is the best movie of the 3 this weekend.
All right. Well, we got some good things to check out both at home and in theaters. Jackson, where do people find your reviews and more?
Twitter at LCJ Reviews, Instagram at LightsCamJackson, and the website is lights-camera-jackson.com.
Perfect. Thank you for your help today, and let's go get some popcorn, probably without the butter.
All right. Thank you, Randy.